It's weird. And I walked out. I don't know what happened here, but still learning all this my fancy new PC here.
Yeah, but it's a nice feeling.
Oh, it is. With the new PC. So yeah, here we are. Let's see if anybody shows up besides us. They're like, oh, yeah, this guy and his technical difficulties.
We'll get some
I
people
got
in,
the AL file
definitely.
up, but we can play whatever you feel up to. Any team that.
American American League is
Oh, you
fine.
know what I have?
What's that?
I think I've got one of the.
One of the
Yeah,
what?
I've got pictures for that good old team there. The old 24 to 28 Senators with your buddy Walter Johnson.
Near the end of his career.
Yeah.
Gutsy performance though in the 19. Look at that. The end of his career, he still goes 22-7 and decent
Yeah.
ERA, but gutsy performance in the 1924 World Series. Their only world championship.
Yes, indeed. Well, we got
Do you
somebody
have
coming in. Oh, it's probably you.
yeah, yeah, so I'm gonna drop another like here. You don't have the 1913 Senators pictured yet, right? No, you don't
I
think you do.
do. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, we don't have to play with pictures, but I've sure got them there. Take a look at
There they are.
look at this card on a 259 ERA plus. Look at the monster he is.
Oh yeah. Just unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Not
I'm
a lot of
fine with
great, not a lot of great hitting on this team, but
no, no. I mean, it was pretty much Walter Johnson. I mean,
well, Clyde
you
Milan
know,
batted 373, 361 for Ray Morgan. Chit Gandil, hey, never mind that.
not bad. I mean, but I mean, really, Johnson. I think just as he always did, winning and losing seasons, just carrying that team,
Look at
which
this
just.
stolen bases for Milan, 82.
Hmm. Yeah, he's a bit of a thief. So a lot of speed on these teams.
Oh
But
yeah.
we'll stay more modern. Those are
All right.
because I mean, dead ball teams. You kind of, I think you have to pay a little bit more attention to them, and because it's just the style of baseball.
Don't have Cleveland, but
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm just looking at some of the teams that I put in here. Well, here's an
Oh yeah.
interesting team. Nobody. Do we have any Royal fans?
I don't think we do. Well, no, actually, that's not true. MV likes the Royals. I don't
We
think
got
that. I don't know if
these
that's his
Royals,
favorite
the
team.
76 to 80 Royals.
That's a good team.
It is a
Actually, that's
good
funny.
team.
I was looking at them while you were sort of off. I was looking at that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, well, I'll take the Royals. Why not?
Let's see who we
Why
should
not?
put them up
Do you,
against here. Oh, the Yankees.
do you
Look
have
at this
Harvey's
matchup.
wall bangers there from?
I I
Do you have
um
Milwaukee?
I do.
Look at
Hey, why
that.
not? Let's do that. So let's see. We'll go to
Royals
Kansas
Brewers.
City. Yeah, I like that. So let me see what I've got for ballparks here for Kauffman Municipal Stadium here. I don't know which one you use for
Or Kaufman.
Royal Stadium. I think it was called back in the day. Same thing, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing they're probably going to have it under Kaufman though. Thinking. Could be wrong. Oh no, so it does have Royal Stadium. Okay, they're calling it Royal Stadium. The one I used was that one that you went to before. Which one is it? One of them was like, yeah, it was like a really nice one. That's a nice. Whoops. No, not that one.
There's a lag, and
All right.
I'm just clicking all kinds of shit. So I don't even know
Exactly.
if
Exactly.
it's
Right.
sticking. It's just
Oh, that's right. Because we're live now. Because you and I are like right. But I have to remember there is that lag for us. Um, Pick a park, man. Pick a nice one that you
oh,
like,
you know
and
what? Forget that. We'll just play it in the neutral park, and let's see what I've got.
all right,
See what I've
that
got
works.
set up for that neutral park.
That works for me. think. Oh, there we go. It matters when we go ahead and do the most up to date one. There we go.
Let's see how that Shibe looks. I wonder if I've set this one. This is another one. We haven't looked at this one. This is Shibe that I pulled out of MLB The Show.
Oh, okay. Don't forget the trick. If you click in there, just type S, and you don't have to scroll as much
That
to the
only
alphabet.
only does me. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's do this.
Oh, there it is. Shibe MLB
Yeah,
23.
little
It's kind of cool.
Zen.
Yeah, a little.
Little
Gotta
Zen.
have the Zen.
Little Zen moment right now.
Exactly. Where are our hardcores? Come on, guys. Well, there's two watching, so there's somebody else besides me. So good. These guys in here. Yeah, this head-to-head's fun. I wish more people would play it. God. You know what? I think people have gotten so used to playing solo that I think this still freaks them out.
It's interesting
But
because
it's
I brought it up to Ron Juckett once. I typed in a comment when they were him and on his show or something and said, I'm surprised him and Dave Gardner don't go and try out head to head. They seem to have absolutely no interest in doing it.
I've never seen. I don't think Al's done it either, or maybe he's only done it like once or twice. I don't know. I don't even know what he's doing on his channel anymore. I don't know if he's broadcasting a lot. I don't get a lot of
I haven't seen a
notifications.
lot of either.
I hope he's all right. I know the last time he was in my chat, he said, "Oh, things could be better," and Al's usually very upbeat. So hope he's all right.
Yeah,
He
no
went through
doubt.
the ringer a couple years ago with some things, so hope he's doing all right. See that trying to line up the left-handed, right-handed batter, I can never. I mean, in this one, I realized we're on a bit of an angle, but I like to try to get them across from each other, and it's just I cannot get it. It drives me crazy.
Yep.
Drives me absolutely nuts. But see, I thought there'd be more head-to-head players because, right, guys play cards and dice and stuff like that, and usually play that. A lot of people play it head-to-head, and it's like, oh well.
Yep. I
It's
agree.
gonna be you and me chatting baseball here for a
You
while.
got it.
So
We'll have some
somebody's
fun. I got time for a game, so let's get it. Hey, Todd, welcome, welcome.
there's Todd.
Go
All
ahead. Do you want
right,
me to
finally.
wait for the magic call right here?
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess I should do that, right? Yeah, someday I'll learn. All right, let me get this typed in. Good to see you, Todd. So do we have enough for a draft tomorrow night, or I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really sure. Oh, we are good,
Hey,
good,
if we
good,
can
good.
get 8, we got a draft. If we get 9, then we'll have a ghost team. If we get 11, then we'll have a ghost team to make the numbers even. You know what I mean? If we get
Right.
8, then we got 8. If we got 9, we'll
Good
go with 9.
Lord.
If we only had 7, then we'll do one ghost team and give us 8. I think we're going to be okay. It's just a matter of how big.
Good, 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 good.
Well, welcome, Todd. We are going to do a fun game here. So we're going to Kansas City Royals and the Milwaukee Brewers.
The Harvey
And we are
Wallbangers.
going to go at Neutral Park, which is going to be a picture of Shibe.
Yes, the computer. Yes, the computer can draft a team. So Todd, I'm sorry, Steve, to
Ah,
jump in. I mean, it's your channel, but I figure I would answer while you're
yeah,
doing this.
it's
So, Todd, what I did, and it was something I never like. I just showed on the channel. I created like 10 AI managers. Set the draft pool to 1950 to 19 or 1959 to 1969 and let the computer do everything. So yeah, it can draft just for one team. It can draft for the entire league, whatever. So yeah, it can with no problems. And it picks very well, and you can actually set up how you want the computer to draft. So yeah, definitely, we won't have to pick for the computer. But I think, Steve, didn't you guys have an idea that the community actually would?
yeah. A Big Clue said
Yeah,
that what we could do is after the draft is over, that we could just all sit on a and as a community just kind of draft a team. You know what I mean? Like throw a number out there and go grab a player and throw it
Hmm.
together. Yep.
Yeah.
And we could even do it for it because that would be. I mean, we could do it with somebody like figuring out who was there in the year. It would take a while to like manually make the computer pick somebody from that year. That might take some time. So it might be more fun
Right.
if the community just drafted a team.
Yeah. So yeah, Todd, we your answer. Yeah. So now, I mean, thinking in terms of the of this league, yes. I mean, Steve's right. You could get it to do it, but big clue in Steve having the idea that the community would pick it. So, but
Gosh,
you could technically, yes, just give the computer a year and it would draft. However, the computer doesn't know about the 5 Hall of Famer limitation.
right.
So that would be the tricky bit. And here I am sitting here
And you can
talking
set
about
the
putting my
AI,
lineup.
and you can set the AI too. Most people don't know, like for the draft, you can
Right.
have it start with slider bars favoring speed or pitching and power and different things like that. So you can do a little manipulation of the computer logic.
Oh, I forgot about this this Royals team, not necessarily dominant pitching, to say the
Well,
least.
you ought to see me. I've got a lefty. I'm going to send Mike Caldwell up there, but yeah,
I see that, yeah.
there's no ace against ace in this deal here. Well, you've got Dennis Leonard's pretty good, right? He's
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm starting, actually.
okay. So let me see if I like the lineup here. Ooh, we got to get Larry Heisel in there.
Um, yeah, definitely. I do have some speed, though, on this Royals team.
Hmm.
Right, Todd, and the computer could pick somebody already picked. But that being said, if you just wanted to ever do like one of your own, the computer does really, really well. It's fun to like roll up a league and then just see what you get. And that's what I was doing with that 1960s thing, just to mess around with it. I was impressed with really how balanced the teams were. But yeah, I think for this, your league, Todd, your league idea defies everything. So not all that
Hmm.
great on either side on these two teams, Todd. And neither Steve nor I really were thinking about that. I'm just like, yeah, I'll do the Brewers and or the Royals, and we just came up with these two teams, and we'll see. Both good teams. Both good teams.
All right, you're ready. Here, I'm ready. Let's go. Play some ball.
Do it.
Play ball.
As soon as you pitch, I'm going to bump the player cards up one
All
notch, I
right.
think.
All right.
So we got Daryl Porter in here. Okay. Playing field photo. We'll keep that the same. We'll just go larger. I think we're good here. Here we go. We're ready to roll.
Cousin Ken's here.
Little nightcap baseball, gentlemen. A couple teams we don't see a lot in sim baseball from
Oh,
the
we don't.
80s. The Brew Crew, Harvey's Wallbringers, and the Royals, man.
All right. Here we go.
Let's
Once
see.
again, a non-broadcast game, I guess.
Yeah, we're just shooting the crap the night before the draft.
Exactly.
Oh,
Not
I,
sure.
I I'm I think I'm one up.
Yeah, Steve's one up on me after last night, so I don't know the exact record. It's probably like something like 6-5 or something. I think we've done about 11 games. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know.
Well, about 40 if you count some start overs.
Wow, hell yeah, right? Oh, I forgot about having Freddie Patek at short. It's a great looking
Um,
ballpark, that Shibe. Look at that Shibe there, Cousin Ken. Gotta love it.
Go ahead and hit pitch. I'm going to swap the. I think I've got the things out of place.
Yeah, sure.
Look what I've got here. You'll notice. I got second base and shortstop switched. I'm like,
Oh,
what the hell?
yeah.
What the heck is Patek doing over there? There was a guy on the action forums today griping about something, and I had to get on there. He was talking about, well, the play-by-play says deep, but then the person's not deep, and it's like, hey, you got to take the time to set this stuff up.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go.
All right, we good to go?
Yeah.
All right,
All right, Cecil Cooper. There's an underrated guy.
absolutely.
Ooh, that's a hard ball hit, but nah, he's out. Well, so much for starting off with a big bang. I thought maybe tonight is my night.
So somebody's mentioning here, seeing an overlay of the chat entries within the game screen. Yeah, I've
That's
noticed that
weird.
too. I've seen that every once in a while that happens with you. I didn't know if you had that somehow set up so you could see the chat while you were playing, but didn't happen last night, but it is tonight. And that was even on your other
Huh.
PC.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing is what this comes down to.
Yikes.
Okay, let me do this.
All right, no worries.
I want to get a new...
So
Should
Ken
go
was
away
asking
now.
Todd about the knee.
Should go away
And-
now.
Okay, yep, there it is. It's
Yeah, because
gone.
I looked over to my screen and I could see it. I must have hit some button in my... when things got shut off here or something.
Okay.
Well, let's see my ace here, Mike Caldwell, the lefty. 19 game winner that year.
Nips Willie Wilson.
Nice. All right. Willie
Right.
Wilson, who was on my Shanks bingo league. Oh. Hal McRae.
Got him by about 3 miles. I'm actually watching your screen, like not when you make a play, but otherwise, because that's just a great looking ballpark. There's George.
Another guy we didn't get to see in the first draft. It'd be interesting to see if we get any of the same, some of these same Hall of Famers or different ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you assume like a Mantle and a Ruth and a Mays and a Garrigan that are probably going to get in somehow, right? But some of the other
Right.
ones, like we didn't see Wade Boggs, we didn't see Brett Pie Trainer wasn't there, Home Run Baker.
Nope.
Ooh, is that going to stay in? Yeah,
So many
gets
great
it.
players that didn't make it. I think Clue's list of players that didn't make it is still up there, and it's just mind blowing.
The big whiff, Gorman Thomas, right here.
Loved him in Major League.
And the new player, Lawrence, that found us on my post on the action board. He is the Hawaii Volcanoes.
Oh, cool.
And I was just thinking of that because, and then Todd submitted the Cleveland Wild Things. I don't know if you saw his logo he created.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Strike three.
Oh man, you're on. Dennis Leonard is on a roll.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Uh-oh. Oh, a great
Oh,
play
nice.
by Paul Molitor.
Nice play. I can't even predict how this game's going to shake out at all.
No.
Man, oh man.
I see some guys that played for the Tigers on the field at different times. Ogilvy started out over there, played a few years in the 70s with the Tigers. John Mayberry from Detroit.
You should probably be managing this team then. More Detroiters, more Michiganders, right?
Let's see.
There's Aaron Reed.
Aaron, how's it going? Sixto Lescano. Uh-oh, get out of here. He makes the play.
Al McRae says otherwise.
I put Simmons in. He didn't have a high average. Charlie Moore, decent backup catcher for Milwaukee, but I said, what the heck? Ted Simmons, he's a Hall of Famer now.
He is.
I don't
Isn't
know
he?
how
Isn't
I
his,
feel about it, but it
is
is
he in
what
as
it
a
is.
player or as a?
Yeah, he's in as a player.
He's in as a player. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think a sympathy vote or
Ooh.
something.
Uh-oh. E4.
Man, and that's a steady second baseman too.
Absolutely.
Money, 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 money.
Played for the
And
Phillies
oh,
for
here
a
we
while,
go.
I believe.
Yeah. Ooh, send Simmons to third. Yeah, and Hal McRae, why not? Let's go for it. Aaron Reed said for some reason he likes the 82 Brewers. Well, I'm going to see if I can get a victory here just for you, Aaron. That'll be my goal here. All right, runners at the corners. This was the kind of stuff yesterday where you'd get the double play or strike me out with that game. But those Cardinals, man,
Hmm.
Dean was tough.
I want Dean, Dizzy Dean, right now. Make Leonard, Dennis Leonard, bear down here a little bit.
All right, this
That's
should get
deep
a
enough.
run.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, he's an 86% chance to get there. Let's see. Collins is at the wall, man.
Yeah, not even.
Got another player that
All
was
right.
pretty good back there on your bench. Wilson's in center is Amos Otis.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Robin.
All right, Yount. Well, Leonard was in cruise control. Well, we got 2 down. Should end it.
And it will.
All right.
Well, I was listening to your Out of the Park broadcast. It inspired me.
Mhm.
I just said, hey, let me start cranking it out. Tomorrow during work when I'm on a few calls and I've got time to wander, I'll probably get that keeps going to call them the Phillies, the Philadelphia A's team done. Because that'll be a fun one to
Oh,
play maybe at
nice.
another head-to-head, right? I have the Yankees already
Oh,
with
that'd be a
cards
blast.
in there. So that would be a great matchup, huh?
Yankees A's. I'm all for it.
Look at Patek with the speed. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there we go. All right, get my first base hit. Always got to get those out of the way, right?
Freddie Patek.
Oh my God! You know what? I think it's the first time you and I have ever played that you have a catcher that doesn't have a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, he's a little below average. Simmons.
Absolutely. Just looking at Nelson here.
Two.
Ah,
I
damn.
pitched out.
Yeah. That's a close play,
I'm like
though. Close play, but you got
Beatles
him.
is dying to get a stolen base in the
Exactly, because
head-to-head.
again, yeah, because every catcher you have is like a 9 or 10 arm.
That's true.
I
You've been
had
running
to. I had
against
to do it,
Bench
man.
and
Yep.
who else? Oh, Nelson. Just
Close
gets nipped
play. Damn.
All right.
All right. Look, we're in the 4th inning already. How'd that happen?
Who knows? Well, no hits. Come on, Cecil Cooper.
Yeah, strike out, you bum. I'll take that as well. Frank White, former Yankee, right? He played for the Yankees
Yeah.
for a while. See, people, I
And
do know
Ogilvy.
baseball after 1920, so.
Todd B is in the hunt for the Metropolitan Park.
Take your base.
I can show you after we get done with the game the ones I have, Todd. See, I don't think I have great ones for that one either, but I could at least show you the ones I've got. I haven't run anything through Gigapixel either. I might be able to enhance some of the stuff I got. Gorman Thomas here, strikeout king.
Also known as Clue Hayward.
Strike three.
And he struck out just on cue. Larry Heisel, another good bat.
A lot of good bats in this Milwaukee squad. Jeez.
Ooh. Well,
All right.
let's see.
I see what you're up to there, dude.
I bring third, and he just sends one through the hole and right. So much for that strategy. Yeah, that's the guy
Yep.
I'm more afraid of being on base.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thing is, though, see, yeah. So because even when you're getting into this era, right? You know, you're getting into the '80s. The bunt is really like not. I mean, except for pitchers, right? But you're not even seeing a lot of bunts, and that's again my attraction to dead balls. You'll see the number 3 hitter bunt, and I love that.
Yeah. It's
Mr. Tate. I'm not cheating. I had to take the pitch.
hmm. Ha! His percentage just keeps going up.
Yep. Should do a little Ken Castro action here, but damn, Caldwell's tough. All right.
Strike three.
Are you kidding me? How the hell did he bunt it to right field?
Yeah, that looked.
I called sacrifice bunt, and he got a base that like it just. Oh well, it's all right. It's good. Like what the hell happened there?
Fouled
But if
away.
you could get some,
He bunted with 2
what's that?
outs, I think, or 2 strikes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he swung away. Still, I just wanted to try to sneak that in there. Oh well. It's all
Beatles
good.
will not be talked out of some type of small ball.
No. Hell no. Hell no. George Brett is
Oh, I'm
waiting.
looking at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, right?
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's my pitch. Got all this stuff right in front of me, and I'm not paying attention.
Let me see here. Oh my God. Damn it. Okay, I don't like Mike Caldwell. So, there we go. All right, this is gonna be nah. Let's do this.
Well, you got the runner over in scoring position, so.
Yeah, I was gonna hit and run with Brett. I mean, he's a 7 hit and run, but I didn't want to. I don't want to waste that bat. That's a pretty big bat there. So, you know, pine tar notwithstanding. Hey, somebody had to bring it up, right?
Oh yeah.
I should have
Alright.
stolen with Wilson earlier, but
Yeah, in this same year in '82, I think they had Vukovic, who has one of the best clutch ratings because I think he's got like a 1.4 WHIP, but he won a bunch of games and his ERA wasn't that bad. But he had people on all the time. All right, 6-toe.
Three.
all right, that's the 4th whiff by Dennis Leonard.
He's a pretty good pitcher.
How many does Caldwell have in this game?
I don't-
Didn't look. We will
Yeah,
have
we'll
to see,
see.
huh?
Oh, Simmons, there's 5 strikeouts for you.
Out. Oh, he's starting to act like Rube Waddell here a little bit.
On money.
Hmm. Damn it. And he was already 1 for 1.
All right, money.
Money, money, money.
Strike 3.
No.
Nice.
Caldwell has struck out 1.
1.
Right when you didn't want him to strike out 1, but it was a big one.
Todd B says Caldwell always gives up a ton of hits. I'm hoping right now I only have 2, Todd. All right. Well, not much to do when the leadoff batter hit.
We've had some pretty good pitcher duels, except for that the last game was bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we have. And we still have that Detroit St. Louis World Series we got to keep going. Hey.
And then remember, I do have pictures for that. We thought about doing the 1900s Pirates and the Tigers, the 07 to 11 Tigers too.
That'll be fun
always,
too.
That would be a good one to set up like a series.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, you got Big John on.
Yeah. The best he can do is lumber to second. So.
Or Frank White. No, he didn't get all Dick Tidrow.
Short of the track, huh?
And here's Patek.
All right, go Dick Tidrow, huh?
He has 0.5% chance of a home run. Not a big home run guy.
Yeah. Reminds me of Rafael Belliard from the Pirates in the 80s, 90s. Belliard hit 1 home run. It was off Eric Shaw.
He was a weak bat.
I suppose I should hit here. There we go.
Oh, there's that. Oh, Caldwell's he going to bobble it? Yep, he's got an error. So, yeah.
All right, we each have an error in this game.
Dave Nelson at DH, huh?
You never know. You could be surprised.
He had speed. Oh, my gosh. Come on.
There you go.
Oh.
Come home, baby. Come home.
No.
Yeah.
Did he
What did I
misplay
say about
that somehow?
There,
Oh,
Tater.
my gosh.
Yeah, baby. All right.
Well, that looked like it should have been routine. He just, Lescano held on to that ball, watched everybody run around. 2 runs.
You should hit the video replay on that. No, I don't. You don't want to see it again. I know. Anyhow.
Yeah,
no, I know.
I
thought that was. No.
Don't boot it. All right. Well, we'll go from 1 up to 1 down, just like that. Miguel Dion, yes, the great. Well, it would make sense. Todd's playing Indian teams.
Yeah, we talk about those.
Who was the other guy? Joe Charbonneau, one of those old Indian players. Kuiper.
Yep.
Verizon that we hoodwinked by sending him over there from Detroit.
Those 95 Indians, man, what a great team. And then I mean, it didn't hurt as bad as it would be for a Cleveland, an Indians fan, but I really thought, oh my God. And I really thought they were going to break the I thought they were going to break the drought for Cleveland.
Yeah, they had some hitters on the team. Ogilvy back to the wall. Nothing. All right, well, Caldwell. Have to keep an eye on him. Looking good now.
Little routine 4-3 action there.
Looking at your lineup, you got a couple lefties. So. Brett Porter Mayberry. Oh man, are you kidding
Oh,
me?
deep to Yount. Nice. All right.
E6. We've had 3 errors already in this game.
It's like dead ball,
My
cousin Ken.
pitcher, Caldwell, made an error. Yeah, like Todd's saying, some people have and that's why I like how Dave does this game. In fact, he was on Digital to Dice. I don't know if you remember that a year or so ago with Garner and Juckett. Did an interview and
Huh?
stuff. It's a great show, but he talked about that. He's like, there should be a chance. That doesn't mean he should have a great chance, but there should be a slight chance that somebody that didn't hit a home run could. And that's what I
I
like.
caught part of that. I'll have to catch the rest of it. I'll have to go back in their channel and dig around. I mean, the Dave Cook's just the best when it comes to nobody comes close to him in customer service or.
No.
And what a brilliant game it is too. I mean, how many people? So like, what? Him and his sons or something, or just him? I
Yeah,
don't know.
him, his son, and I think there's another full-time guy. All right, here's Thomas. What has he done today? I know he struck. Look, what would we expect him to do?
Making a
We
lot of
expect him
error
to
around shot. That's what. Just
3
like he just did
strikeouts.
again. Nice. Heisel's 0 for 2. Leonard with 8 whiffs.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh.
Come on, Willie. Dive and catch by Willie Wilson. Leonard doffing the cap out to center. Uh-oh.
McRae. Seventh inning stretch? Wow.
Yeah, believe it or not, huh? Yeah, let's see. So, yeah, it's moving along at a clip
Leonard's
here.
thrown 94 pitches. Look at Caldwell. He's pretty efficient today. 64 pitches.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, boy. Mayberry with no speed gets on again. Oh, gosh. Mayberry is slow enough. He's not going to head over.
Yeah, he's not going to go to third.
Gosh.
The bottom of this order's nah. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see. Patek has, 0.5% chance. Right. Come on, Freddie. Oh, comebacker, but they are not gonna. You're not gonna turn the double though.
Won't turn the double.
All right, I gotta get it Mayberry home somehow. Now Nelson, what? He get base hit last time. Come on, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
He's going to fall into the dugout. Here we go.
And well choreographed it was.
Gosh. No chance to turn the double, but I got to get the play. At least I got to get that out.
Thinking. No, let's just do that.
All right, now I've got 2 more at bats to get something going. Let's see what we got. Simmons coming up. Let's see if I got somebody better.
Mick says all 3 RBIs for Nelson. Love it.
And I was dogging that weak hitting guy coming at being the DH. And what do I know?
Yep.
Little pinch hit here.
Who you bringing in?
Jim Gantner,
Okay.
a lefty. Got to get some lefty bats going. I got to get somebody on here.
And so you know I don't platoon very much, so good move on your part.
Oh. Did he beat it? No. I think you got him by a step. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep. They just got him. Don Money's a pain in the ass today, 2 for 2. Sorry, pain in the butt. Whatever. They say it on Tilly, so. All right. Come on, get this
All
guy
right,
out.
pitch again. I was just looking at my bench.
Yeah, no worries, man.
So, well, you
Hey,
finally,
we get
you
Don
finally
Money
got
out.
him. You finally got
Phew.
him. Now we got
All
the
right.
top of the order coming up.
Strike 3.
Well, I've got Yount leading off the next inning, so 79 pitches here going into the 8th for. Oh, I'm missing a catcher. Yes, I do know I'm missing a catcher, and I'm going to go with. Let's go with Buck Martinez. He's a little bit better defensively. And then what do we got down here? I think I'll leave it just like that. All right.
Todd wanting to know what sources you're using for your picks.
Google, eBay, Pinterest. Yes, yes, yes.
Ball 4.
Yes to
We'll
all of
take
those.
that. Let's take that walk in a 3-1 pitch. Yes, we will. Except the thing, I mean, McRae's decent speed, but I'm not getting my real fast guys on. I try something goofy here. No, you got a potent lineup over there. I want to. Oh, shit. Look at the home run power difference between Milwaukee and Kansas City, huh?
Yeah.
But yet, look at the speed difference. But yeah, I'm not using that speed though, because I'm not getting good opportunities really to use it. So I don't want to take the bat out of George Brett's hands. There you go. Now, if I would have hit and run, yeah, McRae makes it to third. No, not going to send McRae. That ball was too shallow. Hey. All right, come on, Porter, you're due.
2.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
Yount takes it, and on to Cooper. All right, got to get McRae in somehow. Ken Castro says this baseball is too conservative.
Time for Bill
It is.
Castro.
Uh-oh. It is. I agree with you. It's definitely different, Ken. From the stretch. Ah.
Well, I've kept it where I've got a chance. So I've got the people coming up that, well, I don't know if I'm going to let Thomas go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, but if I'm going to do anything, now's the time.
Come on, Dennis Leonard. Hold on there. Good Irish name there. You got to hold on.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
Damn it. Are you serious?
I hope that wasn't intentional, Coach.
So you don't out of the park. You can intentionally hit
Yeah.
batters. I love that. All right, now we got a situation going on here. Cooper's 0 for 3. Younts. It's kind of funny. So I mean, Robin Yount, right? He's like second fastest player in your lineup. Let's just go for it here.
Oh.
Come on, turn
Oh,
2,
you gotta
baby.
be kidding me.
Turn 2, yes. Right.
Todd, he might not get a chance to come to the plate unless Ogilvy can send this over that right field wall. What, I got a 7.1% chance.
All right, come on, Dennis Leonard going for the complete game win. Let's do this.
Let's see if that 7.1 changes. Yes, it's now 7.3 with a 2-2 count.
Uh-oh. Dennis Leonard, if Ogilvy gets gone, Leonard's probably going to give him the hook. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Are you serious? Oh, no.
I am.
No, my God.
I hit the
With
button.
2 outs in the 9th, Steve.
I hit the button. I'm
Oh,
firing
my
it back up.
God.
I hit the
You
button
crack
right
me
when you
up,
hit
dude.
yours.
Oh, shit.
It's almost
That's
like
all right. It's all good. It wouldn't be a Steve Tate Beatles game, right? We've only had
we
one.
had 3 games the other night where we played
Oh, yeah, it was
seamlessly.
3 games, one night. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
It's always me
All
being
right.
antsy.
That's all right. I get it. Totally get it.
Hello. So who we got here? We have got Milwaukee current play right here. Away
I
we
love
go.
that Action has this.
That you can just fire it right back up where you left off.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Go ahead and pitch, and then I'll reset my markers.
Yeah, no worries. Oh my God, my guys are all straight in a line. I'm glad it's 2 outs. I have no idea why that happens. I wonder if I can fix that in display. Just drives me nuts.
Yeah, hit pitch again, and I'll do park layout. Every time I do something, it goes back to you. So there we go. Park layout.
Yeah, mine's a
There you
mess
go.
too. So.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm
it
back.
didn't fix mine, but at
I'm
least
good.
it fixed yours, so we're good.
All right.
All right. Wherever my pitcher is.
Oh, he's alive. Oh man. Gorman Thomas, 4%. Look at that. What a turd. 3 strikeouts. I'm going to see my options. So I got to remember this. I got 17 for a hit. I got 4.6 for a home run. Got to have somebody with better percentages.
Tying run on. I gotta stick. Yeah, I gotta stick with Dennis Leonard. I mean, Gorman Thomas whiffed 3 times against him today. Oh, are you gonna go to your bench? Yep.
He's the highest home run percentage chance.
Right. So who's your highest hit percentage? Jim Wolford?
Wolford or
24.
Charlie Moore.
Oh, 25. Yeah, Charlie Moore.
Yeah, screw it. I'm going to let him bat. Todd wants to see him bat.
All right.
Todd wants to see if he can strike out.
Let's go for it.
Uh-oh, they're worried. Porter's
Porter
out there. They're going to throw him a changeup or something. Oh my gosh, he struck out 4 times.
Yes.
That could have been one of the single worst batting lines ever in a game. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and 1 when the game was on the line. Horrible.
We are even now, Mr. Tate.
We are. It was kind of fun taking a couple teams I would normally play.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I like the Royals. I've never ever played these Milwaukee Brewers like in any baseball sim, and I like the team, but I've never played them.
Look at that. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Hey, you notice how they'll always put cards and photos up here near the top because
Yeah,
to highlight players. Look, there's nobody highlighted. Nobody on the
for
Brewers even
Milwaukee, right? I
has their
know.
photo up there. John Mayberry, yeah, 2 for 3. There's your MVP. Although I bet you Leonard, you'd probably go with Leonard. Huh? He pitched a great game. Let's check this
Struck out 10.
wonderful
Yeah,
recap here. Yeah,
yeah. Not much to talk
three
about, is
hitter.
there?
No, what's his name didn't pitch too bad. Caldwell.
Caldwell, no, he didn't.
Dave
Good
Nelson.
stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Good stuff.
Let's see. We've got. Let's see some of the other. I don't think I've carded the or put in the photos yet for a lot of them, but I
Oh,
do
Todd
have.
asks.
I do have this time or this team right here. The Yankees have cards.
Todd asks a question, and you would know this because I know in Out of the Park you can edit recaps, but he's asking here if you export the box scores, can you add a paragraph summary of the game, or are recaps not a thing in this? As far as like how Out of the
I
Park
have no
generates
idea.
recaps. And Neil Joyce, I'm asking you. You're kind of like the authority on this game in this community. So
I it's a good question. I don't know.
do
I
you
have not
have
done
the
that.
We'll have to try this another night, but for the baseball history collection, do you have that state subset? Because I think we should play Pennsylvania versus Michigan some night.
I probably do. I would probably.
If you don't, I'll send it to you because you have the baseball history collection. So
Baseball history master, baseball. I probably have it, but I don't have it installed. In fact, it's
okay,
a baseball history master. I'll bet you it's on my old PC. I'm gonna just have to download and bring that one over
mm.
because I didn't have it downloaded and in my. Well, you know what? Maybe it is in.
I'm pretty sure it's. I think it's a subset. Pretty sure.
I think you're right. What? Let me take a look at my
Yeah, sure.
program. My DK Sports data, baseball seasons. Let me see if it's sitting as a zip that just hasn't been installed.
But I'm liking that we're playing with these
Yeah,
5-year
I have them all.
files.
I have them all in
I
here.
love these.
I haven't done it. So
Yeah.
you've got Ireland. Well, I've got all those: Ireland, Japan, Mexico,
Oh
Puerto
no,
Rico.
that's the
That is it.
countries. That's the countries. So it must be this. Maybe it's a separate
Oh,
thing.
it is a
So
separate thing. I haven't got that one.
well, you will. Yeah, no.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun. It's really, really fun. I've done a couple games with it
Hmm.
on my channel, and it's a blast. But the way he did the world thing, if you see that each country is its own zip, because I was thinking about doing that
Yes.
all-time baseball classic, but holy shit, Ireland has just 100 players on it. I can't even imagine what Cuba and Dominican Republic and
Did,
like so trying to pull out players from all of those because they're each their own season or like their own free agents is the way Dave did it. He didn't put them onto teams.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Look at. I know. I think I've shown this to you. Or I don't know if I sent it to you, but see this KOD. This is the King of Diamonds, 1901 to 42, where a bunch
I
of us in the community created teams based on a player's best 5 years,
think
five
you gave
straight
that.
years, right? And then it's like an all-time. And then we had it from 47 to 93 because they wanted to do pre like steroids and strike and all that kind of stuff. So if we look at this, that was done back in 2011.
Oh,
You can
wow.
you can see the teams. So here are the teams, and it would be from 01 to 42. What would be the franchise team? So let's look at your Pittsburgh team, shall we?
All right. Yeah, I'm bringing it up on my side because you gave it. You did send me this. It's a nice file.
So there you go.
Oh, I
This.
can't do it. I'm still connected to you. I can't. Let me.
Oh, okay.
I want
Yeah,
to
you
look
can
at it here
disconnect.
too. Yeah.
So I'm looking at this Pirate team there, and pretty nice. Wagner
Oh,
at
hell
short,
yeah.
Archie Vaughn,
Yeah. And
and
you can play Wagner, right? You can play him at. Now, the only thing is like the way he's rated on here, though, because Wagner could play second, third, whatever, but he's sort of like, it's still. I mean, you don't want to lose that. That's a tough choice because on this team, Archie Vaughn's not going to get a lot of playing time.
and here's your pitchers by game started. You got Larry French.
We should play these some night.
This might be the
You know.
next matchup right here. This is kind of a fun. Let me go to my Tigers here. This is just a fun league because we ran an entire mini season, like a 50 some game season, and then playoffs with everybody controlling a franchise here.
Oh, nice.
This was fun. So yeah, there's Cobb and Heilman and Gehringer, Greenberg.
Yeah, we'll do a Pirates Tigers some night. I mean, so for me, it's like because the Tigers are, they're my favorite American League franchise. So even if you win, I'm not going to be sad. But that'll be fun, playing our favorite teams against each other. Why not? We've never played a Pirates Tigers yet. We were good, like you said. We
I
were going
think
to
it
play
got kicked us out one time when we were trying to do that.
Right, right. Who do you got here on the? Is this you knew again? Okay, so this is the Giants. Man, you got Mel Ott on here, Bill Terry, Irish Musial, um, Frankie Fresh. You probably have him in the Cardinals as well. Guessing. Let me look.
I'm trying to think what else. Okay, here's the King of Diamonds, 1947. So this is post-war to pre-strike.
Oh, you have. Oh, you not. Oh, that's a file I don't have.
Oh, you don't have this one.
I do
Maybe
not
you'll
have
need
that
this
one.
one. This would be from
You up for a
1947.
trade, dude? You up for a trade?
Yeah,
States for this file?
yeah,
You
it
know?
might be up for trade. What do we got here? So, yeah, here's Clemente, Parker, all
Oh
the good stuff.
yeah, Parker.
Stargell,
Matty
all the way
Luz
up to
there.
Barry Bonds makes the team, and Van Slyke. Ralph
That's a
Kiner.
nice team. Hey, maybe we could do some modern Pirates and Tigers. That'd be fun.
Yeah, look here.
What's
That's a fun
Detroit look like on this file?
one.
Oh, you got
See.
Dreback, Blast, good stuff.
Pitching
Dreback,
isn't all that great because now remember, I think this is a 5-year slice.
right. Still, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like a peak 5 years, but
right.
there's your buddy George
George
Kell
Kell.
leads that team
George
in
Kell.
average.
Do you remember that? Yeah, he's like my favorite Tiger. I don't know why. I like George Kell. Good player. Not Hall of Fame, but good player, right?
Yep. Bill
There's
Freeland.
Trammell. Ron LaFleur, former tire thief or car thief or whatever.
Yeah.
Or there's Storm and Norman. You
There's
gotta love Norm
Mr.
Cash.
Wallbanger himself, Harvey Keene.
Oh yeah. The other thing, I think the
Interesting
thing
team.
why I like
Let's take a look at
Detroit
Cleveland.
and Pittsburgh is they're both, and Cleveland as well. They're like very blue collar cities, right?
Very much so. Hey, Dwayne Kuiper made it. I was making fun of Kuiper earlier. He's on the team.
There's
Who else
Rocky
we got?
Colavito.
Yeah, we got Bobby Avila there, Brooke Jacoby.
There's Toby Hara.
Yep.
Albert Bell, of course. Is he the grouchiest man in baseball?
What's their pitching look like? Oh, they got old sad
Joe
Sam Manel
Carter.
there.
Why was it? I think of Joe Carter. I always think of him. I never think of Joe. I always
he
think
was
of him as a
good.
Blue Jay. I know, and I always think of him as a Blue Jay.
In the 80s there, when Cleveland was putting together some play, who was the other guy? Mel Hall was on that team in the mid to late 80s.
You got Al Rosen, Jim Hagan. It was a good
Yep.
defensive catcher.
Let's see
Dale
who.
Mitchell. So I wonder how many of these Indians fans remember any of these guys. I mean, these aren't that far back, but even
Take a
still.
look at Montreal because this will encompass. There's that Timmy Rain, some of that team that
Look
I
at
was playing
that.
yesterday. But then you get Galarraga's on there.
Yeah. Marquise Grissom, no slouch.
You know who else I want to look at is we never play this team. I'm not a
Delino
big
to
fan of them. Is
Shields.
Atlanta. So how about this
Oh,
Atlanta
yeah.
team where you've got
Yeah. Hank
Eddie
Aaron.
Matthews and all them, and then Jeff Blauser. We're getting up into the early '90s. Dale Murphy,
What's your pitching look like for that era?
Necro,
Can't
Burdett,
remember.
Spahn, Sane, Smoltz, Glavin.
Shit.
Maddox hadn't been over there enough years to
He's still a
get in.
Cub at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pig Horner. Bob Horner, man. Yeah. Anyway, that's a, well, I guess I could just, before I forget about it, I am going to, oh, here you go.
It's a good set. Well, I need to return the favor.
Yeah,
We
what's
got to
your,
complete our.
what is your,
We have to complete our trade.
I've got this new thing so it doesn't have yours sold in, or here's how I'll find it.
I can
Let's
just say it.
I got it right here. I got it right here.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll do the same here because you got to have this thing. It's really fun. State thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna
See,
attach
boys,
this
this is how
file.
we executives do it at the highest levels.
Yeah. Let's see what I've got here. See what else I got in here you might like. So I can go with KOD.
So, since we're doing all this training, do you have
And you've got the
you have
1901 to 1942, right?
Yeah, I do have that one. Oh my God, I'm getting bombed by this. I just joined the Ancient Order of Hibernians, and they're like email bombing me now. God. Well, that's all right. All right, let me see. New. Where's new? Where did they hide it from me, you bastards? There we go. New mail. Okay.
Oh, he's got a good point. I'm gonna have to send you. Let me do this.
Who's that? What's that?
I'm here. I'm just gonna have to zip it. Now I can get it for you.
All right, baseball seasons. Yeah, I've got all my stuff saved like up on cloud or something like that, and like on 2 or 3 USB sticks, and God knows where else. Do you have the all-time like those the decades, like the best of 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s? Do you have those from Action PC?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
There you
Damn
go.
steak.
So I got something going your way there.
Yeah, well, I got something coming right back at you.
So let's see.
All right. Bam. Enjoy, man.
Got a bunch of our Howie Shank stuff on there. All right, yeah, I think that. What's this?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I was starting doing my 50s. I did one team. Do you have the? Do you have
Yeah,
this
20,
stuff
let's
here
see.
by? Oh, Zepp. Zepp did these right after I did the 60s and all that. He came out and did a 50s.
Oh, I have to look. I'm gonna have to look at my season directory. I
He
have
did.
no
He did a
idea.
50s all-time great right here. I'm pretty sure.
Is he still doing stuff in the community?
I don't think he's done much in a while. But this
Right.
was his 50s that he put out.
And Shim Woolley, he did some stuff for Action PC as well. I think he's doing some out of the park stuff now too. So
Yeah, there'd be the 50s team right here with based on the three. This is probably a 3-year slice. Anyway,
so who came up with the idea of doing a slice thing? Was that somebody else first, and then you decided the
KOD,
5 year
that
thing, or
KOD file I sent you, a bunch of us on the Action
so
forum,
that was the germ of the idea then,
that
right?
was the germ of the idea, and there was probably
Okay.
4 of us
Hmm.
that took a few teams each and cranked them all out. And what we did is we researched all the split data and everything at RetroSheet, but we did the 5 straight years, the best 5 straight. And that's
Wow.
where they voted to cut it down because they didn't want to do the war years and then
Okay.
that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Thank you.
you got it, man. It was fun.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm
Yeah,
excited. It's
absolutely.
draft time,
It is. It is 8 o'clock.
and
And then
that's
do it up.
that's going to be some fun stuff. We'll wait and
Yeah,
see who shows up. So if we get 7, then we'll just have a community team to make 8. If we have an odd number, we'll just go up 1.
absolutely.
If we're below, I mean, I think if if we're
We
9,
just
we'll make it 10. We're 11, we'll make it 12.
we need Big Clue because without him, dude, oh my God, he's like, I mean, he just keeps us
Yeah,
rolling
I
and everything. Whew,
I agree. We can keep him,
be disaster. Yeah.
but I don't know if you
Do you
caught
want?
what we did, but
What's that?
uh, MV was
Do you
kind of
want to do
talking
the
about it.
draft over here? Do you want to do it on your channel?
Um, yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Cool.
I mean, I've got the free time. I'm happy to do that, and
I mean, we can, we still be on the mic.
we can be on the
Get the Clue on here.
we can Discord in whoever wants. Be happy to do that, and let me know what time you want to start. Like when you're around, you said it might be 8 Eastern or something like that. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
Yeah, I'll
roll at
ping you
whatever
on
time.
Discord. Yeah, let's put it on your channel this time, man.
You got it. We've got. So what he was doing was coming in here, and let's go to 1919 here, and then he was coming in here and hitting the database and searching. I don't know if you caught what MV and I were doing the other day, and he's
I
picking
did
rating
not.
and
I have
value
not
because
yet.
rating and value give you a good overall estimate, right? So
You mean within game? He's doing that
within
within game,
game,
right?
and then he had it on
Okay.
fielding range. So in other words, he could come over here and take a look at, you could hit it real quick and look at fielding range, or you could go over and take a look at, I think batting plus is another one, right? So you could take a look at OPS plus value. So right away, with 1919, here's your highest rated batters, right? So he could quickly look and say, oh, okay, here's my options I've got, and if I want to see what fielding they've got, he could go over here. He was just talking about how he's going to use the actual game itself
Smart.
to help him do that, right? And then if he's debating on, okay, who's the value? Well, there's Babe Ruth. Now he can see all the positions right here and the ratings they were at. That's what he liked. And then of course,
I do have to catch that.
if you go back to pictures, you can just hit refresh for pictures, and you can tell Walter Johnson, of course, Babe Ruth, 1919 two-way, right? That's a
Yeah.
good one there. But anyway, MV was using this, and we were practicing calling out a number, random one,
Uh-huh.
and I had all my stuff in. I've used my StatHead account, brought it all over, and did the set up some formulas in Excel so that I could just have it throw me a few top names, right? So my whole thinking was, okay, if you say, 1918,
Hmm.
I've got it set with like OPS and ERA plus, that if it's over a certain threshold, it'll kick me a name. So that way I can get a quick glance of a few names, and then that kind of gives me an idea in case we ran into the deal where we all go at the same time, and then let's say we're within a year range where we might be looking for the same player. But I don't know if that's going to happen as much as we think.
I don't think so. I don't think, especially. I mean, in the early rounds, and again with all those years, I don't see it because it's not like. I mean, it could happen, but then again, somebody was saying, "Oh, well, the fastest typist wins." But Big Clue
Mm.
saying that we have 10 minutes to pick per round. So I mean, come on. So let's just say 1912 for example, right? Two people go for Christy Mathewson. Well, it's like okay, you don't get Mathewson, but then you could get Smokey Joe Wood, for instance.
Yeah,
So I mean, you're going to have plenty of players. Oh my God!
and
I mean,
I don't think we're
so
going to have
yeah.
the same year. No two people would have the same year fighting over it at the same time. I don't think. I could
I
be
mean, well,
wrong.
we had a couple times, and well, we had a couple times in the first draft where, and I think it only happened once or twice actually, where a year came up consecutively. Like
Yeah,
one person had 1915, and so did the next.
but it will
Um,
be nice to get Clue on there tomorrow, and he can kind of, if he's gone in depth at those, and I don't know if I can keep up with all of them, but he and MV have this thing down to a science on how smooth it'll be. So I'm trusting him.
thank God, thank God, because there's that big paragraph that he put in Discord, and I'm still like, wait, what? Random this? What? We're going to announce
Yeah,
what? So hopefully, Big Clue will
yep,
guide tomorrow, like on that bet, because I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, it's good, but I don't know what he means. It's like what?
yeah, for
But
sure.
I
It's
think it'll be fun. So I'm gonna put up. I'll put up a little just YouTube post. Tell people on my channel. It's gonna be in your channel. The Howie Shanks thing tomorrow. I think it'd be cool to have it on your channel. I mean, you've done so much work that I think it really should be. It should be on your channel. Big draft. Everybody had such fun last time. That was a blast.
oh yeah, that was fun. Let's see. Man, I got all these things now. I'm starting to
Wish
get
we
the
could get
feel.
Dave Cook to like, just come in. I think he would love to see what. I mean, again, I realize he's got what 4 different games, whatever they are: baseball, f-ball, golf, and basketball, I guess. And right, but
Yeah,
to see like how creative this is, that we got our Todd B in here. Say, look, this guy thought up this idea. Think about this for your game. Have some fun.
so I go to
And
64. I'm just throwing another year. See how long it
right,
takes. It's got to reset.
mm,
All this good stuff. Rating and value. Boom. So there you go. 64. I know Willie Mays. I think I had 64 Richie Allen. No, I didn't. I had a different year. I had the 72.
that's a smart idea to do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have like, I'm gonna try it old school. So I'm gonna have like 4 big ass
You can have an old
baseball books
sporting news
open.
there.
I'm gonna have well, not quite back that far. Yeah, or the Spalding baseball guide. Um, but I'm gonna have Bert Sullivan's
You can have
book.
total
The baseball
baseball on your
timeline.
right,
I'm gonna have
McMillan
total
on the
baseball.
left.
Yeah, I'm gonna have about 5,000 pages of baseball around me and StatHead. So yeah, and I'm probably still gonna pick a shite team, but whatever. It's gonna be. I'm just looking forward to the fun, and I think this one's gonna go smoothly.
Yeah, there'll be some good banter back and forth in there for sure.
Yeah, and we really, really, I'm glad that we're going to do a week of exhibition games. I think we needed to do that last time. So yeah, cool stuff,
I'm gonna
man.
test. Let me play something here. Let's play Chicago and Pittsburgh.
Billy Williams didn't make it last time either. I was just
No,
looking.
did not.
And there's a guy that doesn't get a lot of love. Billy Williams. I mean, Ernie Banks kind of right. He's sort of Mr. Cub, but Billy Williams didn't make it last time. And I don't know if that's a player people think of, which is a shame.
See, now if I export this,
Hmm? Oh, you're gonna try the recap thing Todd was talking about.
yeah, I don't have an option to might be different in the league, but I just want to see something here. If I I can change the font and everything. I can do. Okay, I'm just going to go HTML it.
See, I wish this generated on the fly, like out of the park, but I think it saves it and then you have to bring it
Yeah.
up. No big deal.
So then then you've got to go to the folder.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm still getting used to all this stuff. So where's
10 miles wide, 10 miles deep, and you're dealing with a new PC. But I mean, just the game itself, though.
we gotta run on
Actually, till you came along, man,
64.
I never really like
There we go.
delved
Test
much
test box right
very
here.
deep. All right, I didn't go that deeply into this game. Okay, you know what? Actually, Steve, since it does is in HTML, then
Right.
what you could do, it's just very easy to just put in your own recap. And if you want to cheat, you could use yeah, I mean, well, you wouldn't
Yeah,
have to
yeah, the recap's right there.
right. And so but what you have to do, right? You just look at the source and you could write a recap for the game if you wanted to. Just using simple
So if
HTML
you
1.0.
so it will have this if like you play a game, and
Right.
I just didn't know if it would capture everything that we would be able to tab through, but it makes sense that it does capture all that right there. So down at the bottom is the recap. Very
Yeah, you
nice.
even get the little score sheet. Yeah, it is nice.
And then I think once we were playing with league reports, which it'll set up for you, like for a web
Mm-hmm.
page or whatever. I
Which is
tested that.
insane.
I tested that. Yeah, there's some other feature. I have not messed with this yet this year. User mods, that whole mod import where you can bring in the reference tools and the templates and all that.
Mm-hmm. You haven't messed with those either.
Nothing. Now, the one thing I did do, and maybe this is good for people that don't know, but what I did is I went into baseball 2023, right, which is different than your DK Sports data. So
Mm-hmm.
when you reinstall another game package, there's certain things that sit here. If you look over here, your parks, park user, and park layouts are all here. Parks is just the record, all the data for the parks. You know,
Okay.
all their dimensions and all of their lefty righty data is here. Okay,
Mhm.
that gets overwritten. It usually doesn't bother anybody because it's got the newest season in there. These two, parks user, that is when you assign certain photos for the ballpark. So
Oh
you
wow.
know
Okay.
how people every year they're like, oh gosh, what just I lost my stuff.
Yep.
An old school way is to go to your old one, which would be baseball 2022,
Mhm.
copy the user, and then layouts is all of your little markers that you've set. So I
Oh
had remember last
man.
night when I didn't have my marker set, I had to go to my old computer and grab user and layouts
Right.
and then bring them in
Right.
and import them, and then all my stuff was there.
I didn't know that. Because every year I'm like, oh,
Yep.
I gotta set up I gotta do the
And
Zen thing.
this supposedly makes it easy because um, I think you can import right here. It says import park information from previous game edition. So you go there and you just point it to, um, whatever you go to your 2022 folder, right? And you tell it which ones that you want it to import. You want to import all the ballpark factors in it or not, the general info, the park assignments, or the layout. So it has a tool that you can do to bring it over, or you could do it the old school way like I used to that way. So
That's nice.
little
Never knew that.
tip.
If you before you run, if there's one thing you could show us again,
Mm-hmm.
which part of the game is like from within game where you can search for photos
Mm,
like not like changing the photos that
yeah,
you have downloaded, but you know what I mean.
you bet.
So I
Here's
was looking for
64.
that today. I'm like, how did he do that? I can't remember.
Modify a player.
Right?
Yes, we know. Yes, we know. And when you pull that up, you can say view available photos right here for the game. Okay. But
Right.
if you don't have any installed in the game and you just want to go look, you say search the web for photos of Thomas. And then if you look over here, it automatically pulls up
Wait, let me
George
do that
Thomas right
again
here.
just with you. I'm just gonna pull up Detroit. Okay, so I have to do modify. Did you say modify team or modify player?
Player.
Player. Okay, let's get out of that. Just because I think that's like ultra cool, and I never knew that existed.
If you view photos, you can see all the photos you have in there. But I think it's an easier place to go to the roster tool to set photos. But this is the place you can go search.
So am I
And I'll
being an
hit
idiot?
images. There
So
you
what am
go.
I? So I'm sorry. Could you just one more time? I'm gonna watch you do it, and I'm gonna try it again
Okay.
because I'm looking at. I'm missing one step here.
Yeah, you're gonna
She could do it.
right click
Oh, right click on the player.
on the
Okay.
player and then modify.
Oh, damn. Okay. Modify player information.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. You
This
know
is
what?
also
Too
this
bad.
is also you could go in here. I go into the different things because it's easier for me to edit, but you could come right here and you've got access to everything. So let's say you're doing a fictional game where you're trying to create stuff and all you have is kind of ratings. You don't have any stats for them. You're going to make a high school team or whatever. You could
Uh-huh.
reverse it and make stats, generate stats off of just attributes. So you could come here and put in some general attributes about the player,
Mhm.
positions and all that, and then you could create batting and pitching stats that the game needs. So you could reverse it and use this tool to do it.
That's amazing.
But this is
Now,
a good place
the
to
only
come
thing
in here and edit. So
you know what it's missing? Now, you have like a gazillion ballparks, but if there was a way to search for ballpark images in game, that would be brilliant. Oh, Mick
yes,
says Billy Williams, 10 home runs and
yeah,
24 walks, most of any player versus Bob Gibson. Did not know
yeah,
that. Thanks, Mick. So, wish you would do it for ballparks now, but thank you for that.
yeah. So
So
this
we
is
could put Robbie
for
Wartburg in here if we wanted to.
yes,
All
we
right.
could.
We
The other
could.
the one that's fun, I think, tool is or my one of my favorites when I'm doing stuff would be roster tools, and then the photos, nicknames, and uniforms because you can go through here like here's Gates Brown, right? And this season I have is tool that doesn't have uniforms, but you could come in here and have it. You could just go through one by one and put the uniform and name, then going down to the next person, uniform and name. You also, if it's got a photo, let's see, who have I got in here? Bill Freehan. So it's telling me right away when you click on the name, it's going to give you suggested. So it knows I've got different freehand options here, that I could pick or whatever and use it. So,
Right.
or you could come here and just say, I use first, last, and just hit default and hit default photo names after selecting
Mhm.
that and let it auto generate it. But this to me is a great tool if you're assigning this.
Mhm.
Um, what
Oh,
other
yeah.
some fun tools in here? Yeah, and then I go right here to the edits and do a lot of my editing straight here.
Oh, nice.
So if I'm going to do, all it does is bring up a table right here where it shows that's just all their raw batting data. So sometimes if you're creating a player, you can clear the spreadsheet and do it, or you could right click on the player
I think it's brilliant how
and
he's
modify real
open,
stats.
like he's opened this up. I mean, you
Yeah.
could just, right? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I'm just getting
I wish
used
I'd
to.
known about that modify player for because there's sometimes you're out looking for a player and it's like, oh, I want to do it in game and then I've got to save it
The
and
other
reassign it. But
the
wow.
other one I do when I'm looking at ratings, sometimes I'll look at other discs to see how DK Sports is rated stuff and everything. And one of the things, like if you got the history collection up, or you're in a league folder here, one of my favorite things. In fact, let me go pull that one up. What is it? The baseball history master, right? That's got every player that's ever played. Let's
Yep.
see how my new computer does loading this one. Usually takes a while.
Yeah, yeah, the computer I know, right?
But this is fun.
I love this baseball history collection though. There's so much you can do with it.
Hey, have you got 20 minutes to hang out?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good
20,
for a little
30
while.
minutes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to load this and show you this feature. And then what I will do is I think I did it a while back. Maybe I'll set up a little fake league and then we'll set up a draft and watch the compute. We'll set some of the computer managers. Maybe we'll do like 5 or 6 teams. I'll set up the computer managers and let them draft from like a season pool and see how they do.
Yeah, I'm fine. We still got we got some folks in here. Mick is
Okay.
hanging with us. I
Oh,
don't know who
so
else is here,
here's
but
what I like to do. So we've got the master thing. So if I want to research a player, one of the best things here is you go to organize and pull up the player search bar. And then it's great. Like if you want to look up Gehrig, you just type in the last GEH. Here they are. Oh, Lou Gehrig. There he is. So it's really cool. You can see they've got him. This is the peak slice, right, for the history collection. But you can see his batting.
exactly.
You can see his fielding. Oh, he's a 7 at first base, all that good stuff, right? And and
Mhm.
and this just stays up, and then you're like, oh, let me look at Ruth. Oh, here he is, Babe Ruth. So I find this valuable as a reference point when I'm doing ratings, just to see. I'll always come back here and go, hey, how did Action rate them for like this? Because we know this is like their career slice kind of thing. I'm
Right.
usually doing something a little bit different, but it's just another one of my reference points. But this is a great feature if you're in a file and you're trying to find a player or something like that. Just go to organize player search, and this is a fun thing to hunt them down. So let's see what Cobb is. He's got to have a pretty good peak slice, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 374 batter. So that's good stuff there. Well, let's have some fun and let's go to. Here's the other thing I love about it. Easy to set up stuff to play with. Utilities, create a blank league.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's do this. Utilities,
It is much
create
easier.
new
There's
draft league.
a lot of things you can do much more easily in this than out of the park baseball. I definitely can see that 24/7.
Check this
Except for
out.
World Series. Setting up a World Series or a tournament, I think is easier and out of the park.
We're going to
But at
set
the
this
player
one,
level, this thing's king.
set it to 76. We're going to call it new draft test. And we're going to go no team names. Okay. We're going to import it, the teams that we're going to use from a league. We're going to use it from the Shanks.
Okay.
So we'll
You're gonna
take
just dump them
Shanks
all into
Bingo,
a. Oh,
Bingo
you just
Grass League. Boom. So we're going to
okay.
have, how many people did we have in Shanks? Was it 2 teams of 6?
Yes. Yeah,
We
we
have
had
one
12 teams.
league,
In it.
2 divisions, 6 teams in division, right?
Yes, it was.
So we're going to import teams. And we're going to import players from existing league, and we're going to use the same one, right? So it's going to set it up just like our team.
Uh huh.
I'm always looking for, here's Howie. There we go. All right. It's going to bring the same team names in. It's going to bring in all the players. Let's create it.
All right.
New folder created. So now we're going to have a new folder called New Draft Test. It brought in all of our teams. And if you look, they're all empty, meaning it brought them all in, cleared them, and all of those players should be sitting. If we search free agents, go down here and search free agents, they should all be there. And there they are. No team, right?
Nice.
They're FA.
Right.
So, and we can start seeing the ratings that we have out here. And these are all those players that we did in our first draft, right? So, got some good
Mm-hmm.
players here. Now, let's go set it up. Let's do the draft. Let's keep everybody normal.
Okay.
Let's do all computer, but let's go to you. We'll use you and me as some outliers to
Yeah.
test this. So let's go to
All right.
Mudville. Anything that you want to be above normal to high end, like for any of these categories when it comes to drafting.
Um, blow this up to
Oh,
full
team
here.
speed, I know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
How high you want to go up? Halfway, all the way?
2/3.
Okay.
Because I got to balance it out with some power
Yep.
since we're going all over the place. Maybe a little bit more.
Can't have
Just a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
everything
I
else is
also want
just
to hit.
normal.
I'd bump up hitting for average because if I'm trying to customize, it's just for giggles. How about if we're trying to hit for average too?
Okay.
Because if I'm hitting for average and team speed, then I'm playing a little bit more small ball.
Yep.
Yeah, let's give it a go there.
Okay. And for
Leave
me,
everything else.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go and I'm going to see high on starting pitching, right?
Mm.
And okay, we've got that. And I want to go high for that and power. Okay.
All right.
But anyway, this is where people can, come in here and set tendencies or whatever. Now let's go to draft. Modify the draft order. How many rounds did we have? It was, we can loop it.
You mean in the Shanks League? We had 30.
Yep. So let's go 30. And we could set the order, but I'm going to let it do random draft order.
Okay.
And then we're going to just, ooh, look at that. You have the first pick and then the
Yeah.
last, so that it'll rotate, right? So we've got that.
Hmm.
So draft order is set. So now all we're ready to do is draft.
All right. Let's do it.
Draft players. So here we go. We can
All
do,
right.
we can just let it run itself and see what happens. Okay, so we got
That'd be
player.
fun.
Let's see for Mudville what the computer suggests for you.
Okay.
Lou Gehrig.
That's that. Yeah, that would definitely be a. Yeah, I think it drafts really well. That thing, like I said, I just did the 60s, and it was like,
Okay.
damn.
We could do round by round. Or let's see what happens when I hit continue. I think it should just roll, right? Because we have no humans. So let's see.
Right.
There we go.
Right. Okay.
And it's cranking this out, and it'll be done right there. It's over. So let's see what we got. Let's go to
That's
Mudville.
incredible.
Yeah, it works great, right? So we just said, hey, we want to do a fun draft league and take an existing season, bring it over, and keep the teams the same and redo stuff. Here's your team. Hey, you ended up
Not
with
bad.
Veda Pinson again.
Yep. I got more power this time. A little bit more power. Look, I got Sosa in there.
Well, you got some speed. Look, it went for Juan
Definitely got
Pierre.
some speed. Juan Pierre.
Average. Let's take a look at your
Um,
average. Yeah, you went for Gehrig, Dolan. So interesting.
I'd take that team. In fact, I'll just take that one. Thank you very much. No. I'll just
You
go
got
with that.
Pete Rose. Now let me see where. Oh, I gotta look at your pitching here. What do you got?
Yeah, I didn't. I think we just did normal pitching, right?
Yep, everything was
Mudville.
normal. I went for power and starting pitching.
Look at this though. I got your guy. I got Mike Scott, and I got Jim Palmer.
Oh,
Got
look at these
Tion
guys.
with a 1.60 earned run average. Just look at you now. You still look at that. You got Catfish Hunter this time, but you got Alexander as your ace.
Yep, Russ Ford.
Russ Ford, yeah.
So let's see home
Spud
run wise. Did I
Chandler.
get some power? Oh, I went for power and I ended up with Ken Griffey. Boy, I have a completely different team. I didn't even know
Good
Kevin
team.
Mitchell was in the league. Oh no, I did do.
Eight.
I did know.
Oh, somebody
I
got
remember.
Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah, I remember. I think Aaron Reed had drafted him. So anyway,
Okay.
just a little fun with the draft there, right? I mean, it's very simple
Yeah.
to set up and just
And it's
import and
fun.
run a
It's
draft.
infinite. It's
Well, you
infinite.
can test all kinds of stuff, right? So we could do that. The other thing is I don't know if you caught that one. Like if we went to your team here, Mudville, when you start getting into the manager. So
Oh yeah.
let's take a look at your lineup. Now, over here, this is the key that I had never paid attention to. In our league, we don't want real life usage. We want quality because we're not trying
Right,
to
because that was
simulate a season.
right. You know what is? Did you say this was one of the reasons? There were the two check marks you had to do that solve the
Yep.
Billy Hamilton problem, right?
Yes, because let's take a look right here. So he set the lineups right here. So let's go look at save lineups. Okay, we're okay here. So we go to save lineups. So they ran them on quality. So you'll look up here. Here's Dolan leading off for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on.
Well, that's a fine team right there.
So when we go to, so he's done all the lineups based on quality, and then you came over here and just save lineups and run them all. It's interesting. It's not doing that. Let me go back.
Now no, it's because is it
Player
because it's not doing
quality.
daily? It's not doing daily lineups, right? Is that why? Because it's not populating them. What was that little trick you showed us back in McGreevy? I can't remember.
Yeah, so you can see how many players it's got sitting in here. So we could generate a default manager right here and say we want pitching depth, hitting, player usage preferences, create lineups. Here's where you could set your tendencies to.
Right.
And there you go. And once you run that, look, it filled all these. So now it's going to try to, it probably will shift around. So you've got 5 different versus lefties. Let's see if anything changes. No,
Okay.
pretty much kept it the same. Oh, look here. So you got bench, catching, 1, 2, 3 are the same. And then on the 4th, Brocious comes in and plays third for Carpenter. And then it's back. Brocious gets 2. So he's probably getting 40% of the time against righties. So when you see that, it gives you a little bit of
I like the player quality.
yeah,
That was a good catch.
yeah. So once you've run that, then you come back over here and you want to say, whoops, wrong one. You want to go to your manager and say, guess what? We have all those lineups. See 1 versus left, 2 versus left. If you want them to rotate, you can just you
Right.
keep this checked. If you want it to just stick to number 1 and number right, then you just take that off.
What was
And
it that? Yeah, those were the two boxes that you're
hmm,
going down to. Is that was the McGreevy or the Billy Hamilton issue?
yep,
What was happening there?
yeah. So what happens is if you take this off, it's going to stick on whatever lineup you tell it to, which typically would be
Oh,
your
okay.
first, right? But if you like number 3, I'm going to say I want to stick with 3 and I don't want to advance. I just want to keep it there.
Okay.
But you will get a number 1 and a number versus lefty and a number 1 versus righty, if that makes sense. So let me go to another team and kind of show you the steps.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go to my
Thank you.
team. Let's go to manager. Let's look at preferences. Okay. I'm going to go player quality, and then I'm going to reset depth and lineups. Okay.
Okay.
And when we go look at, okay, now let me go take a look at this. Well, I've got one lineup here, but when I look at save lineups, you notice how I just have 1 versus lefty and righty
Hmm.
because there's 8 players in each. I don't have other
Right.
ones. Okay. That may be fine with me if I want to stick with these. But if I want to have options with those, I go up to manager again and go to generate the default manager and I select these, how I want to apply these settings right here. And then once I generate this manager, now watch.
Mhm.
Now it gave me 5 options of each. So it's going to probably try to, so let's see if anything changes. Nothing changed there versus righties. Okay, there's Bando. Oh, see, one lineup there has Kendall Bando. The other one has Bando Kendall
There we
switch,
go. Yep.
right?
That's for switching. Yeah.
And then here's got Griffey and Evans in, and then all of a sudden Smith and Griffey switch and Camille comes in. So what it's doing
Look
is
at
if you think,
at one point you had Griffey Jr. down at like in the number 6 or 7 spot. That's
yeah.
crazy. One of the lineups.
So what it does is it gives you like throughout a season to say, well, you know what? I've got 2 good third basemen. I'm going to let Bando play 60% of the time against righties, and somebody else 40. And then you could put Bando in 3 of these and the other one in 2, right? And you could pick where they were being rotated, and then you just set it on the cycle that every time it's facing a righty, it just rotates through those lineups. So it gives you a little bit of, rather than running the same lineup out there every
Right.
game, if that makes sense, right? And then
It
if you go
does.
back over to your preferences, then you can sit there and say, hey, keep advancing it because I'm going to get a little bit of variety I want. So I want to leave advance on so it can run through the cycle. If you just want to stick with your main lefty and righty, boom, you just unplug that. Or if you're doing it and you're cycling and you realize, that third lineup is really the one I want to stick with, then you could always say, let me go to number 3, take this off, and it'll just stay there on 3.
So cool.
The other thing
This
you
was
can
so
do is
much.
this.
This wasn't in the manual. Did you just find this by experimentation or
Yes.
what?
And then here's
Okay.
a cool thing. You don't have to name them versus left. You could name it number 1 power lineup, right? And hit save. So see the name change right there? Power lineup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I could come in here and say, lineup versus MV or whatever. So there's a lot of things you can do here to be able to call this out. Or you could name one of them alternate lineup or Griffey bats or whatever. So there's a lot of personalization you can do with that.
Mhm. It's incredible.
And then there's all this other stuff. Of course, the player, I guess, commands overall things you can apply to all your players here. And then if you want to get
And
down
then
to
you
the
could get
nitty
down to the
gritty,
player level.
yeah,
Right. Player level.
you could click on them. I go to right click and then hit usage.
Hmm.
It pulls their card right up, and there you can see the manager how you want to use them. So I can
That's
say,
nice.
hey, Griffey. Here's the other thing you can do. If you set the player tendencies when your manager goes to run lineups, he'll do it
Mhm.
for you. So let's watch this. It's got Griffey in the 6th spot, right? Preferred
Right.
batting positions versus right. Well, I want him to be. This is my cleanup guy. This is where he should be, right? Okay.
Right.
It's 4th and 4th. Now, okay. So now we can see that they've got him 5th and 6th. So now if I go back over here to generate default manager, let's generate it again. Look what it did. It moved Griffey up to 4 because it knows I
It
want
did.
him to bat 4th. So even though I'm applying the general manager, if you go in there and tweak these, if you went in there to the level and really tweaked your player,
Mhm.
let's say I like Bando versus lefty, I think he should lead off.
Mhm.
Don't pull him, don't do whatever. I hit OK, go back to my manager, generate another one. Yep, generate it. Now when I go, oh, it still doesn't want to put Bando up front. Let me see. I'm
This is
picking on the wrong
a
one.
front office versus the field manager here.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, bat first versus lefty. Now let's see if it'll listen to me in bat second.
It's. I mean, and I know we don't expect them to, but wouldn't it be cool if every manager had this game? Because
Look, it just bumped. It's not gonna let me lead him off, I guess, or maybe it would if I hit the wrong button. But look, it bumped him up to 2 because I said I wanted him to
bumped
bat
it.
2.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 guys you wanted to bat 3, maybe it's got to get close. But if you tell this thing what you want it to do, it can really do a lot of things. But again, I think people want it to act like a human manager, but look at how many things a human manager has to take into consideration. So how would you think that
Absolutely.
it knows what you want to do unless you told it everything that you want it to do to avoid pissing you off?
Hmm.
It just amazes me sometimes. People are like, this manager's stupid. It's not doing anything. Well, what have you told it to do? How does it
Exactly.
know? How does anybody know how you want to manage? Only you do.
Hmm.
And I've seen
Exactly.
human managers in the league and in real life do some crazy things.
Oh
So
yeah, I mean like Jim Leyland starting Ted Power in Game 3 of the
yeah,
1990 NLCS just because Ted Power used to be a Red. It's like Jim, really?
and game situations. So this is just a deep game. I've got a better appreciation for it this year than I have because I've been deep into the game. Where years past, last 3 4 years, I'm probably just doing all homebrew and playing some
Right.
games. I'm not digging into all the stuff we're doing here. And now with a league, that's forced me to really come in here and look at the manager tendencies and say, well, how do we set up a manager? And there's a ton of stuff to do. Um,
It really is. It really is. It's
yeah.
and I
So,
and I wish you could get, like player level drafting and stuff because believe it or not, a
oh,
lot of this isn't out of the park baseball too.
here's the
It's
other one.
different, but you can do it.
Here's the other one we
But
might want to do, which is under rules. Where is it? Gosh, where is that one? It's the one we have to take off. Uh, right here. Rosters. Allow computer general manager to make roster changes subject to the manager preference setting. Not recommended if you're using like transaction dates, right? What we
right.
thought is we think this might be by taking this off,
Hmm.
the computer GM won't make any changes.
Okay.
So that's good. So your stuff should run smooth.
Well, we shall find out. Phew.
So
I'm just really looking forward to all this, going. Again, everything's a learning experience, and hindsight is 2020. And I
yep.
think we would have saved some of the dramatics with all the stuff that we're doing now, and hopefully people will refer to. I realize this has been going on for a while, but these are invaluable. Whether you're playing in a league or whatever, these are just invaluable. What you're doing here, absolutely. I never had. I mean, I love this game, but since meeting up with you and stuff like that, and you've been hanging around, I've learned so much about this game, and I realize that there's still another 9 miles to go. It's so deep.
Oh, I know. It's a blast.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see. I want to test my new PC out and see if it goes faster than. Here's our bingo league.
All right. Are you going to try to sim out some stuff?
So okay, so we've got one run due, but we've run that thing through. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
When that comes up usage, does that means that Bell is being used
yeah
over his
because
capacity?
who's yeah. I'll look at mine
Okay.
here. So let's see about Bell because what we did is, if you remember, I had for the rules put 110% that they were going to get a
Hmm.
penalty. So that'll show
Right.
that they're getting a penalty because they're over for usage, right? But I think we're going to have
Okay.
something pretty liberal, like 100 and they'd have to hit 150% of their at bats before they get a hit or something. That's what that means.
But what are we going to do about players if somebody drafts somebody who, right? Because we don't want to game the league, right? So you get somebody who only had 150 at bats, but
Yeah, 150%. So they got
okay,
100, and then I think Clue was talking about a limit on like if they batted over 300 or 400 times, I think they're exempt or something like that, or
okay,
maybe it still applies. I
okay.
can't remember where we landed on that. But if I use backup current database, go to the bingo draft league backup, and I'm going to run, take a little bit, it's bringing all the stuff over. Okay. So now I'm in, okay, bingo league backup. And then I can go to tools. I usually just all players active, pitcher rest, clear records. And let's see, rules. How are we going to run this? Looks pretty good. Got all that good stuff on. And then let's run a sim here and see what happens.
Oh,
And also
absolutely.
take managers. I want to check Clue's team. I haven't done all of them, but I think if we run quality lineups, I don't know how to globally change that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I know in manager, there's like for pitchers, you can apply global changes. I found that in
Yep.
McGreevy, but
So we'll put player quality on MV. Clue had crazy stuff going on. Didn't he have Wagner that didn't play? Somebody had Wagner sitting on the bench or something.
well, I had Wagner,
You had
and
Wagner sitting on the bench, so we're going to
yeah,
run
he
that
didn't
for
get any
you
play.
too.
Yeah, MV found it. He's like, Jesus, Wagner. I mean, yeah, I probably would have won a few more games anyhow. He was my best player, and Mookie Betts was crap. Ugh.
Yeah. So
Stunk
what?
up the joint. Hit 199 for the season.
Put Todd's on quality too. Okay. So let's see what, and then we'll go do yours.
All right.
I think mine are saved in there. We're going to go Mudville. Player quality. Okay. So now we've going on player quality, and then I think what we can global under organize, we go to generate default team managers, pitching.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So now we're ready to run. So let's run this.
Let's do it.
See how if this will play faster than my old game. Oh shoot! It thinks I want to
Oh,
play human. I've got to
yeah.
uncheck them all back. So that was the opening game. Schedule league game.
That Shibe is amazing.
Set all managers to computer. Done. Play all games. Here we go. Now let's see. Once this done, it'll be time for bed. Then let's see how this league turns out. So
Oh
I
yeah.
think I ran them on MVU, Todd, me, and Big Clue, where
Okay.
where we told it to go player quality and then let the computer generate lineups that make sense, right? Because it was trying to emulate playing time to like
Mm-hmm.
you'd see in a regular season, and there's no reason that people should have had some of those players on the bench. See if this does a little better job. This is kind of fun when you're simming, just sit here and watch the standings change, throughout.
Oh yeah. It is.
And then you can come over here and let's take a look at some of the
Ooh, Mudville's.
highlights are fun too. You can see
Oh yeah.
the Badlands Sentimentals. That's quite a name.
Oh man, Mudville's still in okay. Well, we just came out of last place. Look at you, man. You're 17-9 right now. Ken Ken's team's doing pretty well. It looks like yeah, but
Yeah,
I still suck.
I think they do a
Even with new players, I suck. Maybe I'm going to change the Mudville name. I better come up with something. I'll make up a logo. But I just like Mudville. I don't know. I just want to be
that's pretty
Mudville,
cool.
but it is cool. But I still suck. JT Dutch, I mean,
Well,
look at that,
you know what?
man.
All I got to say to that is draft better. Come on.
I know. 12-25, man.
It
12 and
is
20.
it
Yeah,
is
Mudville
funny.
bites.
And I think we all at least kind of know how that draft went, so that we've kind of got one of those under our belt, so we know what we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
But I did like the idea as I was thinking today. I thought because we've kicked around that idea because I think the fun thing is we can get about 8 weeks, couple months worth of fun broadcasting some of these highlight games, but also moving through the season to get on to the next draft because the draft is
Yeah.
such a social engagement, right? But then when
Yeah,
we
it
were
is.
talking about like fantasy football, are we going to have? It'd be cool to keep some players, but then I thought, well, if you keep going into the next year, like, Walter Johnson, and he got him in 1920, and you want to, I think we were talking about maybe just capping it at 3, right? Because you get so much uniqueness having a redraft, but it would be cool. People like MV that get really attached to their team, and he admitted this to me. He said, yeah, it would be kind of cool to have few people to be able to stay with the team. And that's when I thought, well, it's kind of boring using the same year. How about whatever year you have for your players on your roster? If you keep them, it would have to be the next year, which means you'd have to really think about who you'd keep, if anybody,
Exactly.
right? And there's no requirement that you'd have to keep anybody, but we thought about limiting to only 3.
So
Now
I
here's the
wonder if I'm
kicker:
gonna.
if you kept a Hall
Yeah.
of Famer, then you don't get 5 other Hall of Famers. You'd only, you know what I mean? If you keep 3 Hall of Famers, that means
Yep.
you're only going to get 2 in the next draft.
Yep. Yeah.
But I
I'm
thought
just
that would
hoping.
be fun.
Oh, I think it's a great idea, and if you have somebody with a long run, then you're.
Yep.
I mean, whoever gets Babe Ruth, for instance.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody draws Babe Ruth 1918.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a pick from heaven, or Babe Ruth 1919 even, right?
Yeah. It adds a little bit of twist, and then it means even though we're going to get some different players in, it just changes it up a little bit.
If Robbie Wartburg ends up with Hannes Wagner, that's it. I'm gonna have him whacked.
I've been predicting him to get stuck with Toby Hara, but that I don't know. I kept pulling for a Ranger for him.
I know. Let's just move along at a good clip.
Hey, look.
Hey,
Ocean
Mudville
State.
climbed out of the cellar.
Ocean State is going after it with Jersey.
Yeah, they are. It's a good race, at least with the first and second
Let's
place
take a look
teams
at
in each.
pitching. What's going on with the pitching? I got 3 of my pitchers up there. Hal Newhouser. Man, it's got Newhouser in my line. I wonder if I'm going with the 5-man lineup versus maybe that was my problem. I was doing the 4-man lineup and spot starting and maybe wearing them out. Maybe a 5-man lineup is the way to go. Because Todd, him and I were always neck and neck on my replays. And Ocean State was always at least like 6 to 8 games ahead.
You're running away with it now, though. Look at that. You're 10.5.
Hey, you're out of the cellar. You're pulled ahead of Badlands.
I know, right? Yeah, but I can't catch Aaron's team though. He's at 52 and 48. There's no way. But Cleveland's trying to catch you, but I think you've got this sewn up already.
Do we have anybody in the batting leaders? Just look at leaders. Do we see anybody?
I don't have any leaders
Mudville.
anywhere.
That's what I'm looking for. Anything with mud on it.
Nope. There's nothing.
Nothing.
Oh my God! I even have new players and I suck. Jeez. I thought I had a pretty damn good team. There. Okay, Sammy. No. Wait, why Sammy Sosa on Manchester? Because I haven't. Oh no, you're running the old McGreevy. No, you're running.
No,
okay,
yeah.
that's why I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm running the Howie Shanks.
Okay, because I thought you were running that test draft.
Oh no, I'm rerunning that league again. Just picking a few teams and redoing the depth charts with quality, just to get a. And then I let the computer generate lineups, which is probably overriding what all of us had. So what it's showing me is the computer can manage my team better than me, and the computer.
Pardon me.
Oh,
you're running away with it. Look at you. You had 14 and a half games.
Big Clue wouldn't like this one, would he? Look at it. Ocean State.
Oh.
And Ocean State's, look at him. He's got a great record.
Yeah, he does.
So 130 some games into this. Ted Williams is up there. Sammy Sosa.
Well, Detroit definitely won in its division. I don't know. Can Jersey catch?
I've got
Ocean
Newhouser
State?
and Mike Scott up there. So what the heck's going on with that? Koufax. I don't see Bob Gibson anywhere.
Robbie was complaining about Dan Quisenberry. He's tied for leads and saves with Phil Reagan.
The Vulture.
See, That's the other thing. Because I'm always thinking like old baseball. I didn't pick any like dedicated relievers. I really need to do that. Nobody picked Mariano Rivera, by the way. He didn't come up, did he? Speaking of
No, I
relievers.
got this guy in one of the newer years. I didn't even know who he was. Liam Hendricks, who's like a strikeout machine,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, as a true reliever. And then I got Jesse Orosco.
Mudville's back in the cellar again. Damn it. Little dogfight between Ocean State and Jersey.
Hmm.
We're in September. Yeah, so you've got it. Yeah,
Look at
Cleveland's.
Koufax's strikeouts.
Jeez.
Old Hoss Radburn has
He's
47 complete games.
Yup. And he's second in strikeouts too. Waddell, I'm glad to see my buddy Rube up there. No Mudville leaders. I drafted such a bad team. God, it's disgusting.
There we go.
That's it.
Hey, I'm manager of the year.
Yes, you are.
Ocean State. So let's take a look at. I don't see any Mudville people.
No, nope, not this time. I did have a leader somewhere at the last time, but yeah, terrible
Let's look
team.
at your replay
Could you
stats.
check Wagner and see if Wagner got playing time this time?
No.
Wally back. What the hell? I mean, he's key. Wagner's key
What? What is
to
going
me
on?
keeping. I don't know, but he only 26 games. Does the game not like Hannes Wagner? What the hell?
Well, you know what? Let's go take a
Who
look.
was he? Was it starting Grote at short again all the time? That's not cool.
Yeah, I liked Grote.
How could it? Dave, fix it. I mean, Dick Grote was a nice guy and a pretty good player, but come on. What's going on there with that? Would it have to do with the fact that Wagner would it still be? But yeah, but you picked player quality, so I mean, and certainly the game would differentiate between Wagner and Grote, I would hope. McGraw called him the greatest player ever, so there we go. Again, McGraw died in the 30s, but still, come on, he's no slouch. I wonder why he's not getting used. I mean, I understood McGreevy why Ed Roush was getting more playing time than Ty Cobb. He was a better center fielder. But now the obverse is happening here, or the reverse, whatever. And Wagner gets in 26
It's
games.
interesting. It's interesting here. So, but if we did this, if we go to
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, 52 and 110. That's dreadful. Bill Madlock got in 2 games, and I drafted Madlock. I wanted a decent third baseman, and Madlock, 2 games. Did Mookie Betts suck again? Yep, 205 average. Only 252 this time. Weird.
I'm trying to see. I can
How
put
can Wagner
we
only
could
get
put
20
him in
games?
there like on the depth chart, but I'm trying to
Right.
make
I mean, Kutch did all right, 314 average, 25 homers, nice. Van Slyke did all right.
oh,
The Wagner thing is weird. Can you force it?
there it
I mean,
did. When I hit a button, I globally jacked everybody up. There you go. Now once we put it to player quality, he puts him up.
yeah,
That's what it was.
okay. Now, when we set this up, we're going to have to, for those of us that own the game, we need to set all this stuff up independently. There's no global file that can just do this, right?
Right. Yeah. You'll come in here. We could walk everybody through and set up how you want. But see, now it kept him in there. So now you got
Okay.
Wagner in there, and you could even go
Okay.
over here. I think I told Wagner to bat him second or third, something like that, right?
Right.
So I can hit usage, and then you could see, yeah, versus lefties third versus righties second.
I think a walkthrough after the draft would be really good.
So let's look
And
at
for the people
your,
that don't own Action
and
PC,
there you
well,
go. Versus, so now it's got him batting second.
that's looking right.
Ripper
Yeah.
Collins, Harlan Cliff, Betts, bench is down there. I mean, yeah, so you get a little bit of variety on that. So that's what it was. I overrode all of the by doing a global setting afterwards. I should have just left it
Mhm.
alone. I was farting around. So if I would have left that
Oh,
on
no
what
worries.
you wanted, let me take a look at mine.
She's had the worst
Oh
record
my
in
God,
the
look at
entire
this.
league.
It puts Tony Mullane up there. And I would have never done that, but maybe it knows better than what I did.
Hmm.
See how that did? Mullane, Koufax, Newhouser, Gibson. Gooden is in
Oh,
the
I wouldn't
spot
have.
starter.
I would never have done that. It would have been Gibson, Koufax. I mean, similar to what you did. I think wasn't Gibson he was your ace, quote unquote, right?
Yeah, he still got 33 starts, right? But
Yeah.
yeah. But if we go to my manager, yeah, let's see if I put player quality, it's going to change Mullane. Watch, change it all. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Now see, that's more.
Completely
Although,
changes everything. Let me see what it does for my lineup.
why
If
would you? But okay, so I see why. So is it ranking? So why is Koufax though your fifth starter? It shouldn't have been.
interestingly,
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I mean, Koufax wouldn't be a number five star. I would put who's the guy above him. I
he's got
didn't.
a 166 ERA plus. Okay, let's take a look at this. I'll bet you it goes up Mullane. Um,
Yeah, see, it's got him as the number four starter, and yet if you just classic ERA, Koufax is a little bit better. I mean, I can agree with Gibson as your ace easily. I mean, that's kind of a
166.
no-brainer.
Mike Scott 164, so he's going to be lower. Okay, Gooden should be higher. He is 231. Newhouser 191. So there's my first lefty, and then Gibson coming in at 260. Yeah, so if you look at the ERA plus, that's what it's using. And then Leonard should be
Okay.
sitting at 280 plus. And so it's probably doing a combination of pitching quality and then looking at how many actual games they played there. So it's pretty interesting. So I
Yeah, it
think
is.
I think when we do it, we get the very first thing we have to do is everybody goes into their manager and just hits uh, player quality.
Yeah.
Boom. I wonder if this means set all teams to above settings.
So that would be the global override you're thinking?
Let me see if that changes to. Well, I think it just does all this. I think you still have to go over here. Let's see if we hit player quality. Will this change?
Oh, because that still says real life usage. All right. Well, I'll
There, yeah,
definitely
it
remember to
did.
do that.
Yeah, and whenever you take real life usage, it will change all of that stuff. And then once it does, then every time you come over here and you see you're stuck on player quality, so you know.
All right.
To me, that's the thing. Then you're stuck on. Then you go to generate. Now that you've got it set to player quality, then you can come over here and do your depth charts, pinch hitting, and then create lineups, and then go boom and hit it, and it'll keep that. Yep. All right, we figured some. Hey, thanks for staying up with me while we
Yeah,
figure
it
some
was
of this
fun,
stuff
man.
out.
Definitely fun. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay, man. But this was fun, and I think if you could, maybe after the draft, maybe just doing a quick kind of thing and just showing everybody, because I
Yeah.
think mostly everybody here has Action PC.
And I know Clue did, but not a lot of people did. When we went into the manager, he changed some of this around. Like below average bunting, you know, the general managerial philosophy. He did some changing.
Stuff.
Global pitcher like to pull. Yeah, we'll stay in here all night. That's a problem.
Oh, I
It's
know,
very
right?
tweakable, but
Ugh.
man, you get in the rabbit hole here, and you're trying to tweak it down to everything, and then make sure that you learn the button so that you don't override or not take into account different things. So it's been
All
fun.
right, man. This was great. So tomorrow night we got the big draft coming.
I'll host it. Happy to do that.
Awesome.
And
All right. Good.
yeah, I'll be looking
Sounds
at
great. I'll
Discord
post.
tomorrow as people will probably be getting all excited. When are we going to start? When are we going to start?
Right.
Clue's got to
Sounds
sharpen his
good.
pencils, get his calculator, his Excel
Oh,
sheets.
he'll be on. He'll be in his A game. He'll be in
Yes,
his A game.
he will.
Definitely. All right, man. So we'll talk tomorrow. And Nick says brain overload of the good kind.
Yes. Good. All right,
So Mick
man.
is definitely one of the hardcores. Definitely. All right, man. See you tomorrow night for the draft.
Yes. We will see
All
you.
right, man.